Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Today's video I am showing you how to get this kind of summer sunset spotlight eye type eyeshadow look. I don't really know what to call it, but I'm showing you how to do it. I have been loving these summer colours recently and I really wanted to crack out my SOPHDOESNAILS palette, so I thought that I would film a little tutorial for you guys on how to get this eyeshadow look, and I feel like I've said that a lot of times in this video. And yeah, if you want to find out how to get this eyeshadow look, then just keep on watching. My wet hair has made a comeback. Let's not focus on that too much. If you're from the UK, you'll probably know it is boiling outside, and inside our houses are not like made for this weather, so I'm sweltered. I had to have like a cold shower just to kind of chill myself out, so let's not focus on that. This is a theme for my channel. At least you know I'm clean though. I have already done my eyebrows and I've prepped my lids. If you'd like to know how I do that, then just watch every other video on my channel. I literally do it so many times. I thought I'd like speed up the process today and just jump right in. So I'm gonna go in with the Soph X Revolution palette. Mine is really dirty, but that's fine. We'll live with that. And I'm gonna take my Zoeva Luxe crease brush and I'm gonna dip into this orange shade right here, and I'm gonna concentrate that on my crease. And I'm gonna tap it in first before I blend it, because I don't want to blend it and lose the pigment, so this helps with the pigment. Probably should have used a smaller brush for this though, just saying. But then once I've done that, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Iconic Division from the Reloaded collection. What? I'm taking the Revolution Reloaded palette in Iconic Division. This was meant to be like a dupe for the Subculture palette, but I'm just gonna go in with the yellow shade right here, because the only other yellow shade I have is Kat Von D, and we all know I don't want to promote her anymore. So I'm gonna use this one and I'm gonna like blend out that orange with it and like bring it up to the brow bone. The only downside to this yellow is it's not as bright as I'd like it to be, but I don't want to promote somebody that wants to promote preventable diseases, so we're going to make do. I do really want to get the new Soph palette though, because if I remember correctly it does have a bright yellow in it, and I think that that is kind of, well, for summer I think it's quite necessary in my opinion. Now once I've blended those two together, I'm going to take the pink shade on a smaller blending brush and I'm going to concentrate that again in the crease, but just below the orange, so like also on the outer corners and inner corners. I'll do those bits first just to kind of give me a bit of a guideline about where I'm going to put this. I'm just going to keep patting it on to build up the pigment as well. As much as I love this palette from Soph, I find it like it is kind of hard to get the pigment to show up perfectly, if that makes sense. I think it is just because it's a drugstore palette. I mean, it was only £10, so it's good value for what you're paying, but you do have to work with it a little bit just to kind of get the payoff. But she did say that in her video about it as well. I've not tried the new one, so I can't speak for that, but with this one, definitely. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the orange on my Zoeva brush, and I'm gonna try and blend that out a bit more and try and get a wee bit more orange pigment. I don't know if you can see, but that's like completely lifted off the pink. Like, it's completely lifted it off. What is going on there? And I'm gonna go back in with pink and try and build that up again, because I don't really know what happened there. Maybe these colors just don't want to blend together or something. I do not know. But now that I'm patting that on again, like, it has blended out the pink, so it does look alright. I just don't really know what was going on there. Maybe I should have reverse blended all of it, so like done the pink and then the orange and then the yellow, but I don't really think I'd need to do that. I don't know. Okay, and then I'm gonna go under the eye, so I'm just gonna take the pink first and try to reverse blend that to see if that'll work. Yeah, it looks a lot nicer when you reverse blend it. It's not picking up the pink either. Okay, so once you get the shadow down, this is what it'll look like. It's not a good angle for me, but it works. So if you do get fallout and you get it like a little bit too far down, a trick that I always use is I get a makeup wipe or a baby wipe. Today I'm using baby wipes because I bought these ages ago and I just want to use them up. I know some people don't like doing this, but I find it really helps. So I mean, I'm just going to use what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, then I'm sure you'll find something else. But this is always why I do my eyes before my foundation, because this always happens to me. I just get my baby wipe, put it on the tip of my finger, and you can just wipe it up. You can wipe away all your mistakes. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could do that in real life? Okay, so I'm quickly gonna go and do this eye off camera, and then I will come back to show you what else we're gonna do with this eye. So I think I want to make this a bit of like a spotlight halo eye. I've been really loving spotlight halo eyes recently. So for that, I'm gonna go in with my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is in the shade C1 because I feel like a lighter base allows for like the pigment to show up more. And I like this concealer because it tends to be quite opaque, but I mean you can use whatever concealer you'd like if you have like a high-end one that you think works a lot better. I just think that this, like, it's kind of like my holy grail at the minute. So for spotlight I tend to center that on my eyelid like so, patting it, never smear it because that's how you get pigment like everywhere. And then I look up to the sky, and then that kind of imprints like where your crease should be without you getting like, I don't even know, like without it smudging. So I outline that and then I connect like so. So I don't really mind if it's messy at this stage, just because whenever we add the pigments and stuff it all kind of blends together really nicely. But I know that some people don't like that, so I would just suggest taking a bit longer doing it and also use a smaller brush. My problem is I use like a massive brush because I'm used to using it for cut creases and stuff. But I think my brush works alright, especially for what I'm trying to go for. But if you want something else, then go for something else. I don't mind. So now, where are all my brushes? Okay, so I'm wanting to center a bit more gold in this look. So for that, I'm gonna go in with this gold shade here from the Soph palette. Surprise, surprise. And I'm gonna put that on the outer corners, like the outer edges of where we mapped that. And I'm taking like a packing brush. Do that because I find that that's how you get the most pigment payoff. And the reason that you want like a concealer rather than a primer to map this out is because I find that concealers, they're wetter, so they pick up a lot more of the pigment. I'm sure an eye primer would work for you if you really worked with it, but I don't have the patience to really work with it. I kind of just like to throw the makeup on my face because like, yeah, it's fun for me and stuff, but I like what's more fun for me is seeing the finished look. If I spend too much time on it, I will get really stressed out. Okay, so now that I've mapped out the edges with the gold, I'm gonna take a bit of a smaller brush like this, and I'm gonna take this one here. I think it's called Fairy Lights. I'm really not sure because, as you all know, I've like lost the wee insert. That's one thing I don't really like about palettes that have inserts with the shade names on instead of like the shade names being written on the palette, is that I always like lose the inserts. I'm such a clumsy person. I don't even know if that can be classed as clumsiness, like I'm just disorganized. So I'm just putting that on to the bits that I've not really, kind of like a highlight, like you'd highlight your face. So I highlight my spotlight eyes. I'm gonna go back in with that packing brush and the gold, if it would ever take onto my brush. And I'm gonna try and blend that through by patting it to try and blend them together. Those are being really temperamental today. I'm just gonna bring a bit of the gold over it all just to kind of make it a bit more gold. And then for the corners, I'm gonna go into this shade here. My camera's flashed and I think it's gonna die. But I'm gonna center that, you know, where the gold starts to edge. Try and blend that in a bit more. And who doesn't love a good bit of sparkle? Patting that on again, patting motions helps to blend. There's one thing you take away from this video is that patting is your best friend. That's kind of like a wee rhyme as well. Okay, and then finally for the outer corners, I'm gonna go in with a mixture between this pink and, where is it? This red here on the same packing brush, and I'm gonna put that right at the outer corners here. For some reason the pigment just keeps lifting off my eyelids. I don't know whether it's because I let my base dry too long or whether this palette just does that. But that doesn't normally happen to me whenever I do spotlight eyes, so I don't really know what's happening. The pigment just like, it keeps lifting off. I'm gonna use the tip of that brush again and dip into the pink, and I'm just gonna line over like the top of the spotlight and then blend it up a little bit just because I feel like I lost a lot of that colour. So I'm gonna quickly go and do this on the other eye and then I'll be back to pull this all together. Okay, I'm back. I literally just finished the other eye and put on my base because I just used the exact same products and the exact same methods I use in every single video that I have filmed to date. So if you want to know what all this stuff is, then just go and have a look on my other videos. One thing I will say though is that I left this brush over at my bed instead of down where I was doing everything, so my highlight's not as blended as I'd like it to be, so I'm just gonna kind of quickly run over that and blend it out with this brush. I'm actually such a shambles, it's not even funny. That looks better. So now to tie the whole look in together, what I'm gonna do is I'm quickly gonna blend my brow bone into the actual shadow. So for that I'm taking my highlighter that I'm wearing on my face, and that is in the Carly by Belle Deluxe palette, and I just literally mix the white with the gold. I'm actually like so direction challenged when it comes to showing this stuff, and I just take that on like an angledy kind of flat brush and run that through just to blend it together. And then I always dip into just the white and put that right where my brow starts to arch. I feel like that really like accentuates the arch a bit better. I'm just gonna put whatever's left in my inner corner. Okay, that brush might have been too big for the inner corners, but it's fine, we'll live with it. I'm gonna start to define the eyes a little bit more because yes, I love all this color and everything, but I feel like it just needs more definition around the eyes. I don't know, it makes my eyes pop a bit more if I do more to it. So where's my palette again? I'm taking again the Soph palette. I'm taking this black shade right here on an angled liner brush. This brush is from Kiko Milano. I know, surprise, surprise, I'm not using a Zoeva brush this time. I'm just going to run that along my lash lines, so top and bottom. So I find that it adds a wee bit more definition whenever I add my mascara and stuff. I suppose it's a little bit more dramatic as well, isn't it? I honestly use this Soph palette like all the time. I think it's quite versatile. I just really wish there was a yellow in it. I feel like that's like the one shade it's missing is a yellow. It's got everything else, like it's even got a red, but it just doesn't have a yellow. Soph, please. I suppose that might be why she put it in the Extra Spice palette. I always mess up whenever I do my inner corners. I don't know why, that's like the most tickly part of my eyeball. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm gonna go in with mascara, and for my mascara, surprise, surprise, I'm going in with the Revlon Dramatic Definition Mascara. If you're new here, I use this in all my videos. If you're not new here, then thanks for coming back. Yeah, I just run this along my lashes like you do with mascara. And as I said before, I like this one because it very rarely clumps. And I don't like to wear false lashes, and I find that this gives me the length of false lashes without actually having to use glue near my eyeball. The only thing I will say about it is that it's not that voluminous. You need to get a few coats to get like a decent amount of volume, which can start to make it a wee bit clumpy. That is why I tend to do the lining kind of part of my routine, because I find that that kind of creates the illusion of volume. There's a little life hack for you. If you are too cheap to buy a new mascara and your mascara doesn't give you the best volume, then you can kind of create your own. And I think that that is us. So yeah, okay guys, so this is the finished product. I hope that you have enjoyed the process of me creating this look, and I also hope that you like the look, because that would, you know, be a big contributor to whether or not you like the video. But yes, if you did like the video, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more of my lovely face, then hit the notification bell as well, because YouTube's doing that thing where like it doesn't put subscriptions in subscription boxes without the bell. I don't know, I don't agree with it, but if you want to see more of my videos, then the bell would probably be a good option for you to click. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far into the video, then comment a little unicorn emoji down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I get to see you guys next time, and that is it for me. Bye!